Hey, what is up guys? Steve here, and it is time to start another stream. Today, we have Slowking in Generation 2, not Randomizer. Now, interesting fun fact, today's stream is going to be all shinies. You may wonder, well, Slowking is still pink. Surprisingly, the shiny part is the little collar around Slowking. It's blue. I believe the original version is slightly like tealish green. Anyways, just a little cool fun fact. I have also updated the rankings above. You can see from the last two-ish streams with Celebi and Heracross. Not a lot of Pokemon to go off of here. Now, as far as moveset is concerned, we have a lot to work with. In fact, I had so much to work with. This is the consolidated list of moves that I was considering. Now, if we take a look at this is all of the moves that it learns. As you can see, it's kind of difficult to read because there's so many. But anyways, you know, I get rid of moves like Endure, Icy Wind, Snore, Sunny Day. You know, the moves we're not going to use. And I made this list. So, we actually have so many moves, I don't actually know exactly which ones I'm going to use. I do know that I'm starting with the EG move there, Egg, the Egg move, Stomp. It's not a big boost by any means over Tackle. However, it is better than the other moves, which was basically Future Sight. And you know, I'd rather just learn Confusion at level 20. Anyways, what else? You don't see the percentage, but Stomp also has a 30 or 33% chance to flinch. It says 1/3, but it also said 33%. Or it's also, yeah, it said 1/3, but it said 30% on Cerebi, so I'm not exactly sure which one's which. Yes, I always pick one egg move. Anyways, we're gonna have an embarrassment of riches. I've kind of decided on my final move set. But if you take a look at the stats there in the top middle portion of the screen, what I did mention at the end of yesterday's stream, what is the difference between Slowbro and Slowking? Unfortunately, I don't have a lot to report. There is two differences, and one of them isn't a difference at all. So one of the differences is that Slowking doesn't start with Growl and Water Gun. It just happens to be the first two moves it learns. So that's not a difference at all. The other difference is, if you swap the defense and the special defense, you have Slowbro. That's it. They're the same Pokemon. One for one. Every single thing is the same. They didn't give it a single move different. They also didn't take away a single move, because, you know, it learns basically everything. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. I kind of wish they would implement the King's Rock into the Pokemon somehow. Like, glue it, embody it with some power, you know, like the ability, or like abilities. Anyways, let's head over there, Alright, let me put Game Hook up. And the game. Alright. Nobody actually put a nickname in for the poll. They were all commenting on how close the poll was. So I get to pick my nickname. I'm actually taking the name from Speedrunner's stream. If you guys don't already know, shame on you. If you do already know, good for you. Will I get the King's Rock in the well? No. Why would I? I did consider getting the Rain Dance TM in the well, but then I realized I'm probably not going for a surf the whole run kind of build. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Typically I do the timer right after I pick up my Pokemon. This case, it'll be right after I give myself the egg move. So we'll have a little bit of time to work, and I won't have to like be super fast at this part right here where I set it to 1 a.m. Because that's one of the most annoying parts of the game, is the 1 a.m. time. I have to switch it from the 10 a.m. default time to 1 a.m. because 1 a.m. is when I can pick up Curse. But you're probably thinking, Steve, you get Curse default in its default moveset. Well, unfortunately, Curse is useless on a Slowbro, and the only reason I would ever want to use Curse is if I was having problems with Red. So by then, I can just go ahead and get the TM for Curse. And hopefully the thing changes automatically when I pick my Pokemon. Fingers crossed that happens. And it did. Sweet. Alright, name our Pokemon. Alright, and we'll pause the game. Go ahead and give ourselves the third move, which we won't be able to use. But, S. Stomp. There it is. Alright, and now you'll be able to see Stomp there. Also, in the top right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see the word None. That is there because in the Pokemon Gen 2 randomizers, I start my timer. In the Gen 2 randomizer, I want to know what my Pokemon is holding. So it's pretty important, or no, sorry, what my opponents are holding. So it's pretty important for me to be able to just know what my opponents are holding. Okay, we should really consider not training here. So, in our practice runs, sometimes our Pokemon would be able to even get a lucky egg. It's very rare, but it is definitely possible to get a lucky egg. So, I definitely want to know what it's holding. So, it's just kind of tacked there in the corner because there's just nothing I can do about it. And I've already made all of the backgrounds for all 250 Pokemon. So, I can't just make a new graphic. That would not go well for me. I would have essentially wasted 2 weekends making background graphics. So, don't you have to do that on the clock? I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean by the clock. Alright. Got ourselves the Pokedex. This text is always so slow. So, one of the cool things about the randomizer is just how fast the text is in the game. So, the text right now is, like, pitifully slow. Adding the egg move? I just... Oh, that's more of a randomizer thing. For just the solo run thing, I don't think it should be penalized. Like Squidgy and Gym Leader Matt, I think they just give the egg move straight up. I don't think they penalize the Pokemon in any way. At least that's how I think I remembered their rule set. It's been a little while since I watched. Oh, good. We just made it. Unfortunately, we are in the medium fast group, so we are going to be leveling up just a bit slower than I'd like. But, I mean, that's the name of the game, right? It is Slowbro, after all. Luckily, it appears that Chikorita is not going to do anything. So that's good. Today's stream, unlike the Heracross stream, I have my notes on my right monitor. So I will be able to glance over at my notes and figure out what I'm forgetting very quickly. So that's always good. And some of the notes are pretty important, like 5 to 10 escape ropes, 11 repels. We're actually going to be able to, we're going to be using Dig for a little while, so we probably don't need to buy as many escape ropes, but, you know, it can't hurt to have escape ropes. Especially since money isn't that important in this game. And all the training is, I mean, we might as well do the training. As long as they're not 2 hits, you know, it's not a big deal. But, of course, our attack stat is not the greatest. So, it's not a guarantee we'll get a 1 hit on everything. But it is definitely worth it. Unfortunately, I don't know all the items in the game. So, it is going to be a little difficult remembering which items I want to pick up. So, I might pick up too many items. My bag might get full at some point. How does the emulator decide whether it's day or night? So, the emulator doesn't know, but at the moment you start the game, it asks you what time you want it to be. So I just set it to 1 a.m. And then the mother asks you which day you want it to be. So I set it for Sunday. And the reason why Sunday at 1 o'clock is Sunday is the day you can get return. And nighttime is the part of the, day-night cycle where you can get curse in the Celadon Mart. So there is definitely some rhyme or reason to picking both of those specific days. And luckily, Sunday is default, and it's not too far to get to 1 a.m. Oh, I just realized I only got one Pokeball. Fingers crossed I can get a Bellsprout with one Pokeball. I forget, I think the nearest ball other than the Mart is the Great Ball on the way to... where is it? On the way to the cave. The Union Cave. TM46? I don't even have that on my list, so you must be trolling me. TM46. Alright, save. It will be nice being able to reset properly. So, Speedrunner and I definitely figured out the problem with the randomizer. Let's see, Van. Is it possible to change the time after starting the game? No, it is not. However, for our randomizer run, it will be possible. But the randomizer uses an edited ROM, so it's not the regular Crystal ROM, which is why it's slightly different. But yeah, this one, you can't edit it after you've started. So you kind of want to figure out what time to start it at. So for instance, I'm not sure what TM you can get during the day, but if you wanted to time it out, you could probably get to Celadon at night, pick up the Curse TM, and if you have a hard time beating Red, you could possibly go into Sunday or Monday morning, and Monday morning probably has something somewhere. I'm not sure exactly what all the items in Crystal are, but maybe there's like a magnet or something that you can pick up, if you time everything right. All right, I never ended up getting that Bellsprout, but I think there is some Bellsprout located in the grass over there, so it's not the end of the world. Also, while I'm here, I might as well get some escape ropes. All right, we're level 10. Hopefully that will be good enough to get ourselves to Falconer. I don't know if we'll be able to get there without healing, but that's fine. We have quite a decent amount of bulk. Plus, I think we have... I can't remember if I picked up that potion or not. Oh, hey, Sveal the Cowboy. Welcome to the stream. Also, I don't know if anybody's, commented yet about the shinies, but I always get a kick out of what the shinies are. Like, this is, like the... was it 7th time I've done a run, and I still love seeing the shiny sprites. They're always so different because it's always a surprise because you're not used to it, so it's like a little bit of a shock every time you see the first. Oh wow, I just got a crit, nice. And I didn't get hit by Mud Slap. That's really good. Sweet, we saved a lot of time not having to heal. And now, as soon as we walk out of the gym, Professor Elm is going to call us. He's going to tell us about the egg. Unfortunately, we have to pick up the egg. There's no choice but to pick up the egg. But it's not too big of a deal. We'll just head to the Pokemon Center and we'll deposit the egg. So that way we don't have to deal with the hatching animation later. And we're about to pass one of the... Oh, I said no. We're about to pass one of the most annoying parts of the game. Where if you forget to pick up a certain item, you're pretty much not going to have it for the rest of the game, which is a real problem. And, of course, I'm talking about the Paralyzed Cure Berry right here. There are 2 instances where the Paralyzed Cure Berry is quite helpful. I'll get... Oh, there's the Bellsprout. Can I... Yes, I can damage it. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and catch that. And we now have our Cut and Flash user. We won't be having it for the whole game, but it will be useful. I do have Pokerus. I always give myself Pokerus. It's just a small extra advantage, so that way, if I play a really bad Pokemon, because, I'm probably going to put some bad Pokemon eventually in the polls, and someone will eventually troll me. But it allows me a little bit more leeway when it comes to finish time, because this game can get very difficult when it comes to red. Not all Pokemon, I mean, I guess technically thanks to the move combination that Scott figured out, the return, sleep talk, rest, and curse strategy, pretty much any Pokemon can beat red, but you know, Pokemon like, let's say, Zubat would probably still have a pretty difficult time beating red. I think this is a Great Ball over here. So, let me just check. It is a Great Ball. Perfect. And I believe this is also a Great Ball. Right here. Perfect. I know from the randomizer run that this guy is the Old Rod. Not something you normally end up picking up in a regular run. I always battle this guy for some reason. That's okay. I need to get to level 20 as quickly as possible, so that way I have a pretty decent advantage. Plus, right now I can't hit ghosts, which is going to be a big problem, which is probably why you haven't seen me do a whole lot of running away, because I don't have a move that can hit ghosts, and I'm not going to get a move that can hit ghosts until 15. So, you know, it's not a big deal to shy away from this. What about the monotype Nuzlocke? You know, I haven't really made a setup for Nuzlockes. Plus, Nuzlocking is an entirely different skill that I don't possess. So, one of the skills that Nuzlocking, you know, requires you to do is think about how you're going to switch team members and how Pokemon in your parties have advantages over other Pokemon. And that's just not a skill that I possess currently. I like to think of it as a different skill that I don't possess. I don't know if any of you guys play Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! But there is this thing when you play best of 3 called sideboarding. Sideboarding is essentially, after game 1, you have 15 cards to work with. And these 15 cards you can swap in and out depending on what you think will give you an advantage over your opponent. That is a skill that I never was able to get good at. I was really, really good at best of 1. You know, like, I literally had beaten actual pros at Magic the Gathering. Literal pros. Like I streamed against them. I have them on record, me beating pros. On YouTube, actually. I don't remember which streams they are, but they are there on my second channel. Anyways, but sideboarding is where I just never was like good at. I just never was able to get good at it. But you know, it's everybody has a hard time at something. You know, I can think of every situation when it comes to a best of 1 kind of game, but you know, thinking of best of 3 is just a little bit out there for me. Now, don't get me wrong, I can do it. I just don't do it at a top tier level like other pros would. But anyways, so that was a long-winded explanation of basically saying I have a difficult time thinking ahead. Yeah. So I have a difficult time. Like, I can think of all the scenarios in a best of 1 game where it's one-on-one, you know? But when it comes to, like, let's say I have, I don't know, an Electabuzz on my team, and then I also have a Kingler, you know? And my opponent happens to be a, that's something that's really bad for Electabuzz. My opponent happens to be a Geodude, you know? It makes perfect sense to switch over to the Kingler. But my brain is like, well, I mean, Electabuzz can win. I'll take a lot of damage, but Electabuzz absolutely can win. And that's how my brain works. Where a lot of people would be like, well, it's a no-brainer. You're obviously going to switch over to Kingler. I mean, Kingler's got high defense. And Kingler can learn water moves. It's a complete and utter no-brainer to switch over to Kingler. And unfortunately, it's just not the way my brain works. And a Nuzlocke adds a whole nother level onto that difficulty. Because in a Nuzlocke, if your Pokemon goes down, it's done forever. So the only way I could combat a Nuzlocke would be to overtrain. And nobody wants to watch me overtrain. And if it's a hardcore Nuzlocke, ooh boy. I don't know. I don't know if I feel like a hardcore Nuzlocke would be like a lot of training and a lot of practice for me. But that was, a long way of answering your question. Hopefully I answered it fully. I might have to hit the restroom soon enough. All right, so now we got ourselves the lure ball and 2 great balls. So hopefully that will be enough to catch ourselves the Krabby later in the run. Okay, will I do it in the future? I don't actually know. See, I've watched Scott's like 10K, 20K, 30K videos, subscriber videos. And, it's like one of those loaded questions. Yeah, I plan on doing it eventually. But the thing is, I'm having so much fun with the randomizers that it's like I'm having so much more fun doing the randomizers. And the randomizers is a skill that I do possess. So it's like, I could do it 2 years down the line. I could do it, eventually. One of the best things, though, that I have the current setup for is that my setup will change, like the sides, the whole setup, the boxes and everything will change depending on what Pokemon is out. But my HTML is not set up to where the Pokemon's stats will change. So as it currently sits, if I were to, let's say I switch to my second Pokemon right now, my Bellsprout. Yes, the background would change. You would then see a green and a darker green for, bug and grass? Oh, well, you know what I mean. Anyways, you would see the background change. But the thing is, the stats in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen would not change because that is automatically set to the first team member. And it's because I've never had a reason not to have it set to the first team member because I've never used another Pokemon that's not the first team member. Now, the thing is, not all of the Pokemon, I can't remember if all of the stats are in the live battle section? There is a live battle section in GameHook. I'm just not sure if all of the stats are in there. I've never had a need to check if all of the stats are in there. So, if Speed or anyone says, it's a quick fix, then I would be up for that. But, it is what it is. In all my overlays for Gen 3, I have them set to change whenever I swap things in. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Oh boy, this is going to be our first reset, it looks like. Lick. Okay. Falling asleep for that long was dreadful. Oh well. Fingers crossed we don't stay asleep for as long. I wonder if they changed the amount of turns you stay. Wow, it was a one-shot? All I needed to do was survive that lick. Wow, feels bad. Feels bad a lot. Survive that lick from earlier. Alright, Zubat, was that a 1-hit or a 2-hit? Oh god, it's a 3-hit. We're not gonna live. Oh, we're just one turn away each run. Feels bad. And we're level 22. We were one level away from just being able to destroy this battle. Unfortunately, we're not even close to leveling up, so it's not like it was, that big of a consideration. And now Bayleaf decided to start with the Reflex, so that's bad. This one's probably going to be our worst run. Okay, well this one is unfortunately just going to be a coin toss until Bayleaf decides not to use Reflect, or we manage to get a handful. Oh boy, and also not fall asleep. But if we can manage to get a handful of flinches. Boy, sleep and confusion, that is not a recipe for success. Already half damage, and we haven't even seen the Bayleaf. Okay. Oh, right, and the Bayleaf goes first because it's 3 speed faster. Okay, well, we've definitely hit our first brick wall. I wonder if there's something I've picked up. I know I have the Paralyzed Cure Berry, which is not something I want to use. I can't remember if I picked up any of the other berries. I think I walked right by them now that I think about it, which is a real boneheaded move. No. I'll check. I think I walked right by him, though. Paralysis Cure Berry. Yep. We just have to win. Just have to get lucky. We might be able to set up on Zubat, if I think about it. But the problem is the Zubat has the Supersonic. So, yeah, it feels bad. The Bayleaf just keeps on starting with Reflect. It's a real problem. Oh, we got a crit. Zubat goes first, though. Oh, wait, it doesn't go first? Well, we'll take it. We'll take it. 5 resets, you know, it's not the greatest, not the worst. I would imagine if we had just done a wee bit more training, that could have gone smoother. Confusion would have been a top tier move in that situation. This also just reminded me that I should head back and grab some repels because I have not grabbed my repels yet. So let's go ahead and do that. Repels, and I have it written down 11. So we'll do 11 because we're buying super repels at some point later in the run. And let's go ahead and move those repels to the top. All right. All right. So I just realized I actually had a repel already. Squidgy gave me some advice that right before Union Cave, if you walk in the grass a little bit past the first grass patch, there is a repel in the grass. And that repel will allow you to essentially walk straight through Union Cave with pretty much no encounters if you want. I, of course, did not opt for that, but, you know, it was a strategy that I could have implemented and probably would have been pretty smart, too. Again, probably going to pick up some items here. Don't know what the items are per se. I do know that there are 2 ethers in here, so I definitely want to pick those up. And I definitely want to upgrade Headbutt over Stomp. It is just 5 more power, but, you know, 5 power is something. All right. Oh, you know, it also just dawned on me that I possibly could have used Mud Slap during that that other battle. It would have turned it into less like the battle there for the most part was me trying to hope the Bayleaf wouldn't do anything bad. But if I had used, let's say, Mud Slap on Bayleaf, yeah, Mud Slap would do like no damage at all to Bayleaf, but it would add in the chance of missing, which, you know, is pretty good on its own. All right, now we're going to go ahead and get the coin case, which I just went down the wrong pathway, but, you know, we're just going to go in the opposite direction. No biggie. So normally I head from the south and work my way up. Today we're going to work our way from the north. And the reason why is because I normally go in this spot when I want to go to the basement section for the randomizer practice runs we've been doing. So I've just caught in the habit of just starting from the north here. So it is what it is. Okay. So I need to stop relying on Headbutt. So right now my special attack is basically equivalent with my regular attack, and that's because of my first badge. Pretty much, you know, making it so I have the attack badge boost early, therefore allowing my attack to keep up, but my attack will not keep up for too much longer. All right, we got the haircut guy. Unfortunately, I don't believe level 20 is going to be enough to get me return, but we are going to stop by there anyways because I want to pick up Ice Punch, which will allow me to have 3 moves that will be able to do special damage, and it will allow me to have full coverage. So, you know, it is very helpful to have that. Therefore, we are going to go ahead and do it. It's not that far out of the way. I wish I knew what floor it was on, though, so I could head directly to the floor. But it's no big deal. All right, we're going to grab $100. We're going to go ahead and pick up the... Not that. Pick up the Abra. All right, now when we eventually go ahead and talk to Squirt Bottle Girl, we will be able to pop back here. But we'll pick up Ice Punch first and possibly return. If anybody knows exactly what floor return is on, that would be appreciated. Yep, don't have the ability to get. Alright. And we're going to grab Ice Punch here. And Ice Punch is actually going to be on our moveset for basically the whole game. Alright. I think that's the 5th floor, it looks like. Anyways, go ahead and pick up that. Alright, I think that is all of the errands I wanted to do while we were in the city. And it looks like we have full PP, so I did manage to heal, which is good. I'm curious if I want to stick with Confusion, because Confusion, so for some reason my display is not calculating stab. I think it just happens to be because my Gen 2 display is less advanced than my Gen 1 display, so I will eventually work on that, but for now I do not have it calculating stab. But it does calculate weakness, so, you know, it is still pretty useful, even if it's not perfect. So, you know, you just have to kind of do the math in your head. So we have Stab Confusion and we have Stab Water Gun. So that's pretty useful. And I've got Confusion my first moveset slot, and I've got Water Gun on my second closest move slot. Yeah. You know, actually, now that I think about it, so there's a guard right there, right before the catching contest. I am fairly confident that guy has Pokemon. I wouldn't actually battle him. But, you know, it's just nice to point things out that some people might not know. And also, we're going to grab the Quick Claw here. Something we absolutely want, and we'll probably see a lot of usage, because I don't think we're going to be able to outspeed very many Pokemon in this entire run. Therefore, if we outspeed something we certainly shouldn't outspeed, we will just know. Alright, I don't believe there's another Pokemon I catch until the... hold on. Abra. Until Kingler. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and do the badge. Oh, radio card. I just looked at my little thing on the left. Haven't done the radio card yet. Alright, so it is yes, yes, no, yes, and no. Alright, and also the blue card's on the second floor. We don't want the blue card, but, you know, we know it exists. You're welcome. If you didn't already know about the blue card. I don't think you'll ever need to know about the blue card, other than it is an item and it exists. For the randomizer run. Anyways, I also have just now looked at my left side of my monitor and realized that I have not picked up Dig. Now, Dig, probably not the greatest move for a Slowbro. However, I do want to use Dig for the sole reason of Jasmine. Because Jasmine is going to have... I'm going to have such a hard time dealing with Jasmine. Her Pokemon are probably going to be relatively easy for me to defeat overall with Dig. But without Dig, ooh boy, that would be a problem. Luckily, her Pokemon are rather slow, too. I don't think Magnemite is the fastest, and I don't think Steelix is the fastest. So there is a good chance we could get through there without getting paralyzed. But, you know, if we get paralyzed, it's not the end of the world. Alright, I'll make sure to pick up Dig, since I just spent the whole little rant right there talking about Dig, and it's on my mind. I can't remember what I wanted as far as moves. I think I was gonna hold on to... yeah, I was gonna teach Dig over Headbutt, and then only teach over Dig later for Shadow Ball. When we eventually get to past Jasmine. And once we get past Jasmine, we'll have Shadow Ball until we get past Sabrina. Once we get past Sabrina, we can then teach Return, because I don't think there's any reason to use any other move set by then. Why am I defeating Sudowoodo? That was stupid. Not that it matters, but, you know, that's a fighting move, and fighting moves can also be useful against Steelix. So it's just a backup plan just in case Dig manages to not be a very good plan. Although I do think it's going to go just fine, so we'll see. Ether. All right. We definitely want to pick up Surf. Surf is I'm going to battle Kimono Girls first thing, and if we get ourselves a win, which, you know, I don't see why we can't. I think they're like level 17, Speedrunner said. We should be able to get Surf, and Surf will be our new go-to move. You know, major upgrade over our current move set. So, fingers crossed. A switching overlay will, I had that working, but wasn't. Okay, so the thing about the overlay is, the overlay should work just fine. It's not the overlay I'm concerned about. It's the stats I'm concerned about. The stats in the like PP, those are the ones where I'm just not entirely sure if it will change. The background and the GIF, that will change for sure. I definitely know it. I'm fairly confident it reads the Pokemon in battle. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, maybe I'm not that confident that it reads the Pokemon in battle. I think it just reads the Pokemon that's first in the party. Yeah, I would have to redo my entire overlay for a challenge like a Nuzlocke. It's not out of the realm of possibility. I do think I would be able to do the Nuzlocke. I just don't know how easy it would be. I'm not fairly confident with all of the Pokemon that are available on all the routes, and I'm also not overly familiar with every rule. Like, for instance, if I am on a route where I have already battled and caught my first Pokemon on the route, can I just go on that route and use the rod? Or is it just one Pokemon per route and I have to pick and choose? Like, I'm not entirely sure. I know the basic premises of the Nuzlocke, but I'm not entirely certain about the entire rule set. Alright. Did I save? Well, I didn't save before this person. Did I save before walking far into the building? I don't think I did. Okay, well, we have a really high incentive to win. Alright, well, we didn't get hit by Curse. That's really good. That's a good start. Alright, we didn't get paralyzed. That's an even better start. And we have Ice Punch and only got hit by a Growl. I'm going to go ahead and say that could have gone worse, and I am so glad it didn't. Oh, and now that I have Dig, I don't have to talk to, I think his name is Esquine, or is Azine, something like that. There we go. And I have enough Digs where I can probably battle all of Morty's trainers. Oh, not all of them. Okay. This one has 5 Pokemon. Okay. We'll battle a handful of Morty's trainers, come back, and then face Morty himself. Looks like we are outspeeding the Ghastlies, which is probably going to be bad news, because if we're just barely outspeeding the Ghastlies, we're certainly not going to outspeed the Gengars. The question is, will we be able, or one Gengar, will we be able to outspeed the Haunter? I think is the big question. I believe this guy has either 1 or 2 Haunters. I can't remember. I'm fairly confident one of these trainers has 2 Haunters. Okay, level 22 Haunter, and it is way faster. I just got a quick claw, though. I don't know if you guys noticed, but that Haunter right there had 51 speed to my 37. Oh, I just also have totally just realized that I have neglected something. I don't know how much money I have, but we're getting down to 6 Carbos that we're going to be able to take throughout the rest of the run. And I'm telling you right now, we're going to want to take every single Carbos we can. So I'm also not sure where all of the Carbos are available, the free ones. I've been picking up a handful of items here and there, but definitely not all of them that I probably could have picked up. All right, fingers crossed. If we lose this one, there's still always a chance we can win just based on Quick Claw luck. And it looks like we're not even going to outspeed the Ghastly. Oh, and we got hit by Curse. That's fantastic. All right, we're doomed. I'm not even going to bother coming back. We're being outsped by everything. If we came back and we're at least being outsped by the Ghastly, or if we can just at least outspeed the Ghastly, you know, that would be pretty okay. The one downside to not having the fog badge, though, is now I can't just decide to go to, oh crap, what's it called? Not Olivine. The one with Chuck, Cianwood. I can't just go to Cianwood. I have to come back here. Unfortunately, without Fly, that is going to be a little slow. I just used Surf. Oh, funny. I'm sure walking in the grass was probably faster, but again, can always use the levels. The levels are not... Overtraining is not really a thing in Gen 2 because of how difficult Red is. So if you know, it's not the end of the world if you can't get by all of the spinners. Is, I think, a general rule of thumb a lot of people who play Gen 2 go by. Oh, is this guy the Raichu guy? Pikachu. Can I outspeed? Oh my god, I do outspeed. By 1. It used double team. That could have gone horribly wrong. Alright, let's make sure we go by this guy. I forget what Pokemon he has, but let's not find out. We are just on the cusp here of being able to catch a Pokemon. And, alright. Oh crap, what am I doing? No, that's where I get the Super Repels. I want to go here for the Good Rod. Alright, then we go ahead and use said Good Rod. Not even a nibble. Luckily, if you don't get a nibble, you can just... Perfect. Alright. Now, let's go ahead and use my weakest attack. Appears to be Ice Punch. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and use our Lure Ball. Perfect. We got too many items, but you know, that is never a problem if you get it first try. Alright, let's go ahead and grab Strength. We're not going to be using Strength because Strength would be kind of mediocre-ish to use right now compared to Return later on. Alright. Right. I don't know why I stared at that moveset. Like, it's not like I'm ever going to actually use it. I've got Gen 1 on the brain, where in Gen 1, you have to kind of pick and choose where you want to put them in the moveset, so that way, when you go and select them, you don't select the wrong one. Anyways, so far so good, other than, you know, the training being slow. But, you know, that comes with the territory being slow, Slowking. Oh, we're slower than a Poliwag. That's sad. Poliwhirl, still slower. Confusion's just slightly less powerful. Oh, right. I keep forgetting. I really, really wish my thing calculated stab. I keep forgetting that Confusion is basically just as strong as Ice Punch. Very stupid of me. Anyways, not too big of a deal. Make sure I pick up the rare candy in here because there's a rare candy on the second to top floor. There is also an ether to the left of this one dude. The ether's not that useful on its own, but, you know, if I accidentally forget to pick up an elixir, obviously an ether will do. And walking past that guy is as simple as making sure you hold down while you get started. All right, I don't know if dig works here. Does dig work here? Dig works here. Perfect. All right. Now that we have done everything we can here, let's go ahead and head back. We have, I think, 2 more levels under our belt, so we should hopefully be able to outspeed the Ghastly at the very least, and maybe luck our way past the 2 Haunters and Gengar. although it is probably very unlikely for that to happen. But there's not much I can really do about it. I can battle these optional trainers to try and get at least one more level under my belt, which is definitely an option. A lot of quiet songs here in Gen 2. I should consider deleting them at some point during one of these streams. Just play the music, pause my stream every time I get to a very, very silent song. Hey, Boss Dominus, welcome to the stream. Right now, we're doing pretty good. We ran into a bit of some issues at Rival 2 and another issue at Morty, because Morty's ghosts are outspeeding Slowking. But hopefully we have gained enough levels to the point where we can, fingers crossed, outspeed Morty. We are now level 31, which was what I was hoping for by doing that slightly extra grinding there on our way back to Morty. Oh, dude, you got your 2 wisdom teeth? Dude, that sucks. I've been there. I have gotten 2 of them out in one session, and I've got 1 of them out in another session, and I still have the 4th one. And oh my god, he missed hypnosis. That's awesome. This is gonna be our best try. And we got hit. Feels bad. At least Dream Eater does very little, but Shadow Ball does a ton. Luckily, it kept using Dream Eater for some reason. Unfortunately, we stayed asleep forever. Oh well. Not much I can do about that run there. Yeah, you guys can't really tell, but it's something that's very glaringly noticeable for a lot of people when they meet me, is that my teeth are not the greatest. Oh, darn. Haunter, go ahead first. Okay, so I think we're going to have to go Confusion then. Ooh. See, if I had my overlay properly made, I would have realized Confusion actually was going to do the most damage. Not Dig. I had Gen 1 on the brain, where Dig was the best attack. Clearly not the best attack in Gen 2. And I was forced to switch to using Confusion for the sole reason that I had no other choice. If I was to use Dig, I would have been hit by the Curse, which obviously would have done some massive damage to me. But, can't complain. We got the win in the end. It took 3 minutes off the clock with a few resets, so I'm not gonna beat him up for that. All right, and we can now surf across the ocean. Something I did not get, surfing with repels, something I did not get a lot of practice in with our practice runs for the Gen 2 randomizer. Just walked into a trainer. Again, not a big issue walking into trainers. It's just, the time. And also because the trainers have water Pokemon that are generally not evolved. Clearly, there's Tentacool right there, which is good, 834 XP. But I think they usually have, what is it? Squirtle, Wartortle, Shelder, Goldeen, this weak stuff right here. So it is what it is. But, extra training, never an issue, especially with a Pokemon that could use every single level just for the sole purpose of being able to outspeed opponents. All right. Just now realizing that I have only 4 more available Carbos to be able to buy, and unfortunately, I can't get to Goldenrod without beating Chuck. So we're probably going to have only 3 Carbos available to us after we finish up here. So that's something we need to do immediately. Can anybody tell me what floor the vitamin guy is on? I actually don't know what floor he's on. Did I just use Surf? Whatever. It's not that big of a difference. I can probably beat Mankey Machoke guy. Or Machop. Machoke guy. And the next one is Mankey Machop. Wait, no, it might be Mankey Primeape. Oh well. Not that big of a deal. Luckily, one of the very few Pokemon that are slower than my Pokemon are the fighting Pokemon. So we have that going for us. Also, I should probably pick up the Secret Potion so I don't forget. Always a plus. Thanks to the randomizer, I now know not to go in the middle house because the middle house guy gives you Shuckle, and we really do not want Shuckle. Alright, this guy I believe is Mankey. It's the evolved form of Mankey. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, perfect. And another Mankey. Perfect. Alright. Good XP. Easy win. Didn't take a lot of HP off of me. Plus, I have a type advantage over Chuck's Pokemon. If you hadn't noticed, we take half damage to fighting moves, and we take half damage to water moves. That just happens to be all of Chuck's moves. Except for Hypnosis. Except I just realized that I could have hit myself. That was Chuck's strategy. Clearly, it was make me hit myself until I lose. I think a better strategy for Chuck would have been to use Hypnosis, but you know, I'm not Chuck's trainer. Chuck can train himself. Anyways, we now have Fly. Let's go ahead and use Fly. Alright, go ahead and fly over to Goldenrod, where we will be picking up. I don't know what floor it is on, and nobody mentioned to me what floor it is on, so I will just have to look through the floors. There it is, first one, perfect. And we can only take 3, which is perfect because that's all the money we had was for 3. So that could not have worked out better. I guess technically it could have worked out slightly better if I had come back and got... Oh no, I probably wouldn't have had enough money for 3 now that I think about it. Anyways, now we can head back to Jasmine. And we will be able to use Dig. And once we're done with Dig, we'll finally be able to teach over it and get Shadow Ball. And we'll use Shadow Ball until... I'm still not entirely certain if I want to keep Shadow Ball in the moveset until past Sabrina, or if it's past the guy, the Elite Four guy, the crap, what's his Will? It's either Will or Sabrina. I'm not sure. I feel like I could probably beat Sabrina without Shadow Ball. I could probably just use Return and probably get very similar results. But anyways, for now, let's see what happens here. Fingers crossed we outspeed because we have 2 times weakness to electric moves, although she typically starts with Thunder Wave. And we outspeed. Perfect. 4 times damage. So as long as we don't miss, which, you know, Dig is a 100% accurate move, and I believe the Gen 1 miss is not a thing. Oh, Surf is... Oh, wow, its special defense is way worse. Surf is just... Whoa! 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 Whoa, I don't think I've ever one-shot a Steelix before. Not even with, like, a Fire Punch. Wow. Holy crap. Has anybody else ever just one-shot a Steelix like that? Crazy stuff. Anyways, let's go ahead and now do the rocket portion of the game. Yeah, it's not too often you get to one-shot Steelix. Awesome. And you know, it's like, why bother running away when the XP is pretty much just as good? I think this is Doug Trio guy, right? Diglett Doug Trio guy. Which is going to be pretty okay XP. Oh, Geodude? Maybe I don't know his Pokemon as well as I thought I did. Oh, no, it is Diglett Doug Trio guy. Alright, I just didn't remember he had a Geodude. Anyways, I don't think we needed a heal, but you know, whatever. 4 extra PP, not that big of a deal to heal. And, this is, okay, actually, no, we have Ice Punch, so there's no need to grab Hidden Power. However, we are still going to grab the Elixir that's over here. Oh, hey, it's a... Oh my god, can this one-shot us? Okay. Oh, that scared me. That scared the crap out of me. Ooh. The elixir, I believe, is over here. Oh, wait, hold on. The rare candy was over there. That's fine. We're just going to grab both. It's not really out of the way. It's not like the trees respawn. All right. And while we're up here, quick tip that Squidgy taught me. If you're over here, you can actually fly to Lake of Rage because we are in the Lake of Rage area. So, cool. Cool. Gyarados is level 30, so we don't exactly have the biggest advantage over it. Oh, actually, I would go ahead and say it has an advantage over us. We needed that crit. That was bad for us. Holy crap. It could have Dragon Raged us. That would have gone horribly wrong. Alright. I had to fight the urge there to dig back to Mahogany. Okay, anyways, now for the useless rocket portion of the game. Something that is very skippable in the randomizer. In fact, I want to say I've only done this portion in half of the runs. The half of the runs where I didn't get the machine part early. Because this part of the run just sucks. The Pokemon are low level. Even if they're like strong Pokemon, like let's say a Dragonite, you know, they're still level 16, you know? Like, it doesn't really matter what shows up. Unless it's a Chansey, it's not worth coming down here. Oh, also, Dig has now outlived its usefulness. We also don't have a move for Psychic types at the moment. Where are you, Shadow Ball? There you are. Alrighty then. So now we have an upgrade, and we have something to deal, you know, I think neutrally effective damage like Surf is still pretty good against these steel types. There are very few attacks that are neutrally effective against Magneton. Luckily, Steel is one of them, so it's not too bad. I can't remember, is this the Hyper Potion? And then over here is the Nugget. I probably didn't need to pick up the Nugget, honestly. I don't think we're going back and visiting any of the marts anytime soon. Whatever, not a big deal. Venonat, the Pokemon is Bug Poison. That is generally not a Pokemon you would think is Bug Poison, or at least Moth is a Pokemon you wouldn't consider to be Bug Poison. I don't know if anyone has noticed, but the cat cam is not Shoutout today. Has anybody noticed that, or has anybody cared to notice that? Also, apparently, the just mention of the word shadow, I saw its eyes open. Unfortunately, Smokey does not react. Oh crap, no. Alright, hold on, I'm just gonna get rid of these. They're gonna be a problem soon enough. I have a few of them. Every time I do these solo runs, whenever I pick up all those X items, they end up being a problem eventually. Like, I'm still picking up items. Like, why am I doing this to myself? Anyways, the item over here could be Thief. I'm not gonna pick it up, but you know, it exists. I don't believe we can even learn Thief. In fact, if we could learn Thief, that would have actually been a pretty good move to learn. Special move, Dark type. It would have been a very good replacement to Shadow Ball, because essentially Shadow Ball is the... Oh my god, are you serious? Oh, what a mistake. What a mistake. I remembered to double back and talk to the one chick. Okay. That wasn't too bad. It was actually like 20 seconds, so it's not a big deal. Alright, I just noticed that it says ads will be running shortly. So, sorry about that, guys. Like 40 seconds it said ads, so incoming break. At least nothing is really coming up anytime soon. The rocket portion of the game is very simple, very easy, not a big deal in any sort of way. Somehow I managed to walk past that guy so many times. I can't actually remember if I already battled him or not, or successfully walked past him. I can't remember. Do you actually have to defeat the electrodes? I just realized I don't think I can, and you know, explosion would do a lot of damage. Like, I know we have pretty decent defense. Unfortunately, it's not slow bro defense, but you know, special defense is slightly better. At least I think so, since our weaknesses are generally special moves. If you notice at the bottom middle portion of the screen, the little S and the little P denote special and physical. So technically, Slowbro has got higher physical, and Slowking has higher special defense by like 30. They're basically this, like the Scizor versus Scyther, you know, split, where just a few things change, except a few more things change when it comes to Scizor. But I think Slowking gets the better end of the stats. Anyways, we don't ever need Whirlpool. Whirlpool... Oh, wait, actually, no, we do need Whirlpool. Just realized. We will need it in the Dragon's Den. Whirlpool. Krabby. Alright. And now we're out, and we can head over to Price. And Price should be but a joke at level 38. Spinner got me. Absolutely no chance getting around it. And its special defense is absolutely awful. So even though my overlay definitely says Shadow Ball's the strongest move, it is certainly not the strongest move to use here, because the defense is twice as high or more on the Shelters and Cloisters. Alright, now we don't have a super effective move, but you know, Confusion is still pretty good. It's, you know, a pretty middling move, and we do have Stab on Confusion, so it's like quite a bit more than 50, but my overlay doesn't say what it is. But you know, you guys know. I'm sure you guys have been watching enough streams to the point where you kind of know the small things of Pokemon. Well, we just got Icy Wind, which is just straight up worse Ice Punch. So we don't need that at all. Let's go ahead and fly down to Goldenrod, where we will pick up the rare candy over here. Alright, over here. And then we're going to head over to... Head over to Violet City, where we're picking up another rare candy and a PP up. Still not entirely sure what I'm going to use the PP up on for now, but, you know, you can't complain. PP ups are always useful, especially when you end up having to use, like, a move like Blizzard or something. I don't foresee myself using a move like Blizzard, but, you know, it happens sometimes. Alright, Goldenrod. I don't think I missed anything, but while we're battling all the rockets, you know, I'll take a look at what I need to do. Alright. So I have not bought the Super Repels, so I definitely need to do that. What else? Price, Jasmine, Violet City Rare Candy, Violet City PP up. South of Goldenrod Rare Candy, Return TM. Rockets and Radio Tower, Rockets and Basement, Sleep Talk TM. Okay, so we're pretty much caught up, unless I just straight up forgot something way earlier. I think the only thing I'm possibly forgetting is that I already forgot. Well, that's not great. Oh, Super Repels. The Super Repels. Gotta get those. Luckily, we have so much money to the point where buying Super Repels is not going to be a big deal. So I'll just buy as many as I can. Like, I don't know, 30 something. Oh, I just used Shadow Ball. That was an accident, and it didn't matter. So, interesting fun fact here we learned from the Gen 2 randomizer. When you get past, when you have the, what do you call it? The card key, you know, to get by this area to the right. Because right now, you battle the guy on the top floor, he takes you to the basement, the guy in the basement gives you the card key. You know, it's a whole go back and forth thing. If you just straight up have the card key at the beginning, then you can just battle the last rocket. And once you beat the last rocket, then all of the rockets disappear, except for the rocket on the top floor, the one that gives you the basement key. So it's quite a big skip to just do that in the randomizer run. So, like, for instance, if you do need to check, you know, this basement key spot, or if you do need to check the clear bell spot, then you can do it without any issues. Like no trainers. Like, in the basement area, other than the rival, which will just always be there, you won't have to battle the 3 trainers in front of the buttons. You won't have to battle the 3 trainers at the bottom once you've solved the buttons, you know. And you won't have to battle, I believe, the 2 trainers in the basement. Oh, I got frozen. Oh, wait, but this is the game where you can unfreeze. Okay. That was scary, though. I've never had a problem with Porygon before. Oh, and I just realized I should have saved. This guy is a real problem. Like, a lot. I also have 5 Surfs. Oh, Confusion. Confusion's even better. Now, let's go ahead and use Confusion. Perfect. All right. Now, can we get past the wheezing? That's the big question. We can. We can. All right. Good, good, good. If you don't have a super effective move against these coughings, the coughings will all spam Smoke Screen. So that way the wheezing will take you down with Sludge Bomb. Or Sludge, not Sludge Bomb. So that's real annoying. Oh, wait. Can I dig out of here? Oh, right, I don't have dig. Can I escape rope out of here? Nope. Okay. Well, I feel like I probably learned that at some point and then unlearned it. All right, we're going to go ahead and heal, because why wouldn't I heal? We're right here. It's not really that far out of the way. Luckily, we already battled these 2 guys, which would have just been a waste of time. Luckily, the XP went to helping us hopefully outspeed those, like, Ghastlies earlier in Morty's gym. Alright, well, did not outspeed Golbat. I was very surprised about that. I really thought we would. We were 1 slow. I did just realize we had 64 speed, Golbat had 65 speed. Swagger? No thank you. We don't need Swagger. And we have Ice Punch for Meganium, but that's probably not going to one-hit. And it absolutely did one-hit. And we have Shadow Ball for Hunter. So all of our problems have been solved. Perfect. Unfortunately, now we have this slow rocket grind. Luckily, one of the big benefits to Slowking here is we have so much PP of good attacking moves where I can kind of just evenly use them. Been a slow day in chat, guys. I've asked a few questions. Unfortunately, haven't got a lot of answers. I mean, I understand if you guys are, you know, watching from the beginning and you're probably far behind. But, you know, sometimes when chat is running slow, you know, it doesn't hurt to just skip a little bit, you know. Just, you know, catch up. No biggie. Maybe next time, you know. I understand you guys have work. That's kind of one of the big challenges that I battle, is I also have to work. Although my work day ends at a little bit earlier. I could do the stream an extra hour earlier if I wanted to. Or an extra hour later if I wanted to. I actually do plan on running a poll on Saturday. To see if the people who watch the stream would prefer to change the time. I know my European viewers would prefer 1 extra hour earlier, but they usually just pop in, say hi, and they leave. And they probably watch the video afterwards. Whereas some of my American viewers, they would probably prefer I move the stream an extra hour just so they would be able to catch the beginning if they end up, you know, working 9 to 6 or something like that. I've been there, I've done that. 9 to 6 is a terrible shift, but you know, you sometimes just can't pick your battles like that. I've been there. Getting off at 3:30 like I do now is probably one of the biggest benefits to my new job that I've ever had. It's only 2.5 hours earlier, but it feels like, wow, that's a max ether. Wow, I didn't know that. It feels like so much time. Now, for me, I use that time to get ready for the stream, possibly eat something. For you guys, I'm sure you guys would have a lot more things to do during that time. But, you know, the things I sacrifice for love. I love you guys. All right, well, the rocket portion is almost done. And then we got to the high octane Elite 4 and post game version where we will be doing everything fast. Anyways, card key, and I believe we can actually leave this area, which is good because this area sucks to walk out of. Luckily, we don't need to. You know, I think we're going to go ahead and fingers crossed we can YOLO our PP to make it to the end. I don't think there's a whole heck of a lot of battles. I think there's like 3? This guy, the one before the leader and the one after. No, the leader itself, of course. Maybe there's one before. I remember this. Oh, right. There's a chick before the leader. Yep. Okay. So there's 4 battles total. We have enough PP for 4 battles. Just need to be a little bit more heavy on the confusion side. But we got a lot of PP, so it's not a big deal. Unfortunately, Shadow Ball is not a super effective move in a lot of cases. I don't know if there really are that many cases where Ghost type is effective, except for Psychic types. I forgot to save again, so fingers crossed, you know, this guy's no issue. I don't think he will be an issue because we have Surf and he's got a Houndour Houndoom, I believe. Can't remember what the last one is. I think it might be Crobat. Coughing. Well, that's actually easier. Coughing is slow. Alrighty then, and this guy's gonna come, he's gonna give us the clear bell, and we're gonna move on, where we are going to pick up the, you know, the pink bow. I don't need the pink bow, per se, but, you know, the pink bow has its uses. Oh, that's not the escape rope, and I can't escape. Okay. That's fine. We will head out the normal way. Anyways, let's go ahead and fly over to Mahogany, heal at the Mahogany Center, and work our way towards Blackthorn. I don't know why I keep like in the practice runs with Speedrunner. I refer to Blackthorn as the as something else all the time. I think I usually refer to it as like the last city or Claire's city. Blackthorn just doesn't come easy to me for some reason. See, I'm picking up items. I don't need to be picking up items. Picking up items was a bad idea, but you know. Okay, well, 6 repels should do it, but I need to buy those super repels or max repels when I get out of here. Fingers crossed I have enough though. Alright, good. That one spot right there was the one spot I was a little worried because I was not going to use a repel right there. Going over the ice uses up your repel spaces, and that can be problematic at times. Alright, the rocks. Don't want to outspeed the rocks. Right here is the most difficult part to click. I accidentally almost pushed that rock to the left. That would have been a problem. What's this item again? Full heal? Okay. Well, I've already picked up a full heal earlier, so it's not a big deal. I think my repel ran out, so we'll go ahead and replenish that. You know, we'll pick up rest while we're here. And boom. Now, I would normally consider picking up that iron right there, but we have absolutely no need for it. And I forgot that was even an item right there. PP up. Perfect. And we have some elixirs to pick up soon enough. All right, well, there's that. We have Ice Punch, so this next gym should absolutely be a breeze. And one of the things that Squidgy likes to remind me is that you want to be around level 50 going into the Elite Four. So we're making good time as far as training is concerned. So I'm happy about that. Now, I'm curious how many Dratinis I'm going to have to battle in here if I'll have enough PP to do the gym leader. Alright, well, clearly we're going to use Confusion here. Perfect. Okay, good. Don't want to screw this rock up puzzle up. For some reason, I have screwed it up in the past. It's not that difficult, but, you know, this top rock here, sometimes it's very easy to overlook. Also, Seadra is now tied with me for speed. You would think in a speed tie with Quick Claw, I would have the advantage, but I don't. All right, Squidgy says this guy is a good barometer for if I'm able to one-shot Claire's. So, looks like I am able to one-shot Claire's Pokemon. So that's good. I believe Claire's are slightly higher level. That guy's was level 37. I actually don't remember what Claire's is. Oh, nice. Psychic. Perfect. Now I hopefully won't screw up which move to use as often, because I will just have... It will just straight up be, you know, as high of power as Surf, and I'll be able to tell the difference. Alright, level 37. Okay, so that's why Squidgy said it was a good barometer, because it's the same level, whereas that other guy's one level lower. And there have been a handful of circumstances where if I use Return, it will just have an eensy bit of power left. Wow, that Hyper Beam did nothing. Nice. I think Smokescreen would have been the best move for her to use, so glad she didn't bother doing that. Need to remember to pick up those repels, so let's go ahead and do that before we do anything else. Alright. Okay, I was gonna say, you better sell repels. Sure. We can't take any other items anyways. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, there are no numbers anymore. No numbers by the stats area, and that's because we are now fully EV trained, or well, not EV trained. We are fully past the vitamin limits. All right. First of all, get rid of the whirlpool. Then we're gonna go ahead and grab this max elixir. Don't have any item space. I kind of expected that. You know, we have been picking up a ton of junk. No, we definitely want the Paralyzed Cure Berries. I don't think I'm going to need them for Lance this run. But, oh, actually, now that I think about it, why did I keep the Paralyzed Cure Berry? I could have considered using it on Jasmine. Oh, hold on. I don't remember the answers. I need to look. Friend. Strategy. Anyone? Love. Okay. Oh, and both. So if you guys are wondering why that quiz matters, it's because this guy gives you a Dratini for completing the quiz with all the correct answers. And that Dratini is one of the very few Pokemon that I can get that will learn Waterfall. I could pick up like a Psyduck earlier in the run, but that requires a percentage chance that's just a little too low for my liking. Alright, and we'll go ahead and grab this other... Oh, crap. You know, for some reason, it didn't register that it could run out. And you know, I'm paying the price, because I'm like, well, it's only 10 steps. Can't be that bad. Alright, max elixir. And we can dig out, we can escape rope out, right? We sure can. Alright. Professor Elm telling us to come back. We will oblige. Ooh, probably should have healed, though. I forget. Can you heal here? Oh my god, you can. That is very convenient. Alright. Max repel. Alright, let's go ahead and teach Waterfall to said Dratini. Apparently the Dratini already knows 4 moves. Don't worry, we got rid of the useless wrap. Alright, and we are moving along. Wow, we got past... Wow, we got past Bulbasaur. We got... Oh, hold on. Crap. Alright, well, I can't miss it. I'm sorry, I have to go back. Rare candy. That's like, you know, that's pretty good for red. Don't want to forget the rare candies. Unfortunately, it means we're probably going to have to battle Bulbasaur, Ivysaur chick, but whatever. We have Ice Punch. It's not... Oh, right, we have Psychic. We don't even need Ice Punch. Although, I probably would like to balance... Oh, no, there's no need to balance. I forgot. There's a lady heal that heals you on the way to the rival, so it's not that big of a deal. I don't believe there's any other items around here I would like to use, so we'll just keep surfing. Oh, I just re-upped the repel. You can't just re-up them? You have to wait for it to expire? Even in Gen 1, I could have sworn you could re-up them. Alright, this is Heal Lady. Alright. That's fine. As long as we don't get hit too much. Pikachu, that's going to be fine. Go ahead and hit that with a Surf. And apparently Pikachu is faster than me. Pikachu is faster than me. Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm not surprised that the Pikachu itself is faster than me. I'm surprised that that low of a level Pikachu is faster than me. Like, look, they're in the 30s. I'm sorry, but we're like a significantly higher level. We should be outspeeding Pikachu. Okay, rant over. You know, that's what we get when we have 30 speed. 3 Carbos is just not enough, unfortunately. There is I think another Max Elixir right here. Right below this guy. I don't think we need it for any reason. But, you know, just letting you guys know it exists. Max Repel. Oh, I think it just told me that you can't use that. Well, that's good to know. I am going to go ahead and pick up Earthquake while I'm here. I don't know if we'll need Earthquake, but when you have a Pokemon that can learn Earthquake, you probably should teach Earthquake. You know what I mean? Earthquake is a pretty darn strong move. And Ground is one of the best offensive typings in the game. I think it's super effective against, I think it was 4 typings. So yeah, it's really good. Alright, it does not surprise me that we don't outspeed Sneasel. Sneasel is like one of the faster Pokemon in the entire game. So, yeah. Meganium is Soul Grass type. I was wondering why my Psychic didn't have double power, and now I know. Oh, Shadow Ball's not even effective here because we have Psychic. So, yeah, so there's no reason to hold on to Shadow Ball. Oh, you know what? There is an Alakazam on, which team? Which team is Blue. Blue has an Alakazam, and I don't have a super effective move for that Alakazam. Alright, and we will go ahead and save. Oh, we will actually save. You know, 117 is a little slow. But, you know, that is to be expected when your Pokemon happens to be slower than pretty much every Pokemon in the game. So, it is what it is. Luckily, Executor's special defense is lower than its regular defense. That's why I picked that move. Oh, and what do you know? There's another Pokemon where Shadow Ball is actually effective. There's not a lot of Pokemon where Shadow Ball is super effective, but look, our clone without the weird cap We defeated it. That's all we needed to do. Although, its moveset was pretty good. Alright, but at this point, making ourselves slower for some extra attack and defense when attack isn't even our good stat just doesn't feel like a good strategy. But, you know, it's a strategy we may have to revisit if we fight red and end up losing. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen. Anyways, looks like Koga has been taken care of. Koga's Pokemon are actually quite slow, except for Crobat. You know, as a kid, I thought Ariados was fast. We did a practice run with Ariados off of the stream, and I can tell you with quite a bit of certainty that Ariados is not very fast. I think it's got like 65 speed or something. It's only twice as fast as Slowbro, and considering Slowbro is one of the fast, or Slowking, considering it's one of the slowest Pokemon in the game, that is something, you know. Yeah. All right, and we got Surf. All right, well, Bruno is not going to be a challenge today because we have a Pokemon that has Stab Psychic, so that's pretty nice. Level curve is starting to catch up to us, if you hadn't already have noticed. Okay, well, we are only 10 levels higher, and we have been hit by a Sand Attack. Oh boy. Oh, that did a lot of damage, and we missed. And we missed. We are not going to win because we are slow. So this is a formality. I imagine either the Gengar or... Oh, we missed again. I was going to say the Gengar or the Houndoom are going to take us out. I think the Houndoom was probably going to take us out with Crunch anyways. So, like, we really have to get past this Umbreon. I'd actually rather get hit by a Confuse Ray. Or you can just miss. You know, that works too. That actually works out very well in my favor. Oh, critical hit. Wow, you really made up for that terrible situation I was in. Feels bad. All right. Gengar hit with whoa. Oh my god, did you guys just see that? I got a Quick Claw on that Gengar. And that was 100% the reason I won. Was the Quick Claw activation. All right, where's that Ether? Go ahead and Ether Psychic. And we will full restore. Yeah, there's absolutely zero chance we outspeed that Gengar. So, hitting it first is pretty good. And considering the Houndoom, you know, did that much damage, we absolutely 100% needed it. I knew it was going to be a good idea. All right. Oh, we are slower than the Dragonites by 2. Oh, that is so embarrassing. Oh man, we could have been so close. Okay. That means we're going... Oh my god, look at all this paralysis. That means we need to put the paralysis berry on Slowking, so that way when the first Dragonite inevitably hits us with the paralysis... Oh, no. When it inevitably hits us with the paralysis, we will be able... I can't rely on the Quick Claw. That's just bad. That would just be bad luck. 10% chance. Do I wish I had the Lucky Egg? Of course I wish I had the Lucky Egg. Everybody wishes they had the Lucky Egg. But, you know, it is what it is. You can't expect the Lucky Egg. Oh, what do you... Wait, did I out... Oh, I was speed tied. That's nice. Interesting. You missed Thunder. Thunder, not Thunder Wave. Thunder. Okay. Paralysis Cure Berry for the win. Alright, what about the next Dragonite? Are you gonna... You don't have Thunder Wave. Wow. Nice. Well, that worked out really well. Fast Charizard, can't do much damage. Perfect. Seems like all of his Pokemon seem to have Hyper Beam. Rock Slide. No flinch! The Super Aerodactyl with Rock Slide did not flinch. Alright, that's fantastic. Alright, we may have to use the rewind if this doesn't work, but I don't want to wait for the, I don't want to wait for the champion thing. We don't have a lot of time. In fact, we're only like 10 minutes behind like some of our best performers. So I'm just going to wait for it to show the final time and then reset. All right, 5:12. All right. And perfect. Well, it's nice that the regular ROM works, you know, like clockwork. All right, we could go back and buy Ice Beam if we wanted, because we have the money. But I don't actually know how much Ice Beam costs, and I also don't know what day of the week that guy is there. Because I can't remember, I think Squidgy usually goes that guy, but I don't remember if Squidgy changes his day of the week or not. I don't remember anything to do with the, oh, whoops. I said no to the guy. Why is that even a thing? Why can you say no? But anyways, that's fine. We'll just do it, you know. We could deal without Ice Beam. Ice Punch is pretty fine. Oh, we also have no item. Definitely want to fix that ASAP. Also, I want to head over to the PC and deposit my Bellsprout as soon as possible. If you guys don't already know, I have to deposit something at some point during the run, and because I have a few Pokemon that can overlap, and I do this on purpose, by the way, Bellsprout learns Cut and Flash. Well, Flash can be learned by Abra, that I get for free, you know, later in the run, and Cut can be learned by Krabby. So I can absolutely just straight up deposit the Bellsprout, and therefore when I inevitably catch the hold on, I need to teach some moves. When I catch the Snorlax, I don't need to visit a Pokemon Center. Alright, and Flash. Did I already teach Strength to Krabby? It already knows. Cut. Oh, I think that's everything. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this. Squidgy recommends that I battle Erica first, and you know, I can't disagree. Lieutenant Surge's Pokemon are going to have an advantage over us. Wow, one grass patch, okay. Are going to have an advantage over us in speed and damage. So, you know, little extra bit from Erica helps. Alright. Because Erica's got a handful of trainers that are mandatory. Therefore, you just kind of have to get the XP. Although I do need to watch out for the amount of PP I'm using. I only have 10 for Psychic. Psychic might be something I should consider using my PP ups on. Because in my final moveset, assuming I can't beat Red, you know, with this moveset, then I will probably not have to use the PP up on like Return or anything. So if I use it on Psychic now, you know, my most useful move with the least PP, that seems like a pretty good idea. So let's go ahead and do that. Just a moment. Need to finish off this Parasect. I kind of wish I came to this brilliant idea later, but you know, the PP issue never ended up being an issue, so I'm not mad in any sort of way. I could have sworn there were 4 PP ups you can grab. I know there's one in the spot that you can normally grab it in Gen 1 here in Celadon, but I don't know where the 4th one is. I could have sworn there's definitely a 4th one you can grab. Don't remember where it is though. If anybody else wants to figure that out. Psychic's not useful on any of our Pokemon. They're pure grass types. Except for Victory Bell. Well, I think Jump Bluff was actually grass flying, but flying obviously not weak to Psychic. Alright, now we go ahead and fly to Saffron. And Squidgy recommends that I battle Sabrina while I'm here. We still have Shadow Ball, and you know what? I've already talked myself into it. I need Shadow Ball for Blue's Alakazam. And then after we're done with Blue's Alakazam, we can teach Return. Ooh, wow. You outsped, but you missed Sand Attack. That's good for me. And you know what? I am now happy because Shadow Ball is super effective here. I was thinking, you know, maybe Return would be pretty good, but, you know, we have a Psychic Resistance too. But I did not expect to be hit by... hold on. You can't... What? They fixed her gym? How dare they? I did not expect to be hit by, like, a Sand Attack. I can't believe they fixed her gym. That's ridiculous. How dare they? So normally in Gen 1, you can dig out of her gym. Maybe you just can't escape rope. Maybe you can still dig. I just don't have dig anymore because I used it earlier. Alright. So I have been told by both Squidgy and Speedrunner that I should do that. Head down here. Oh, whoops. Forgot to use the repel. You know, get the little mission from the dude to get the machine part. Alright. Then we do all of the Nugget Bridge Trainers. And when we're done with the Nugget Bridge Trainers, we can teleport back to that Pokemon Center. And that's a big time save. So, you know, I learn slowly, you know. People tell me things, you know, it only takes like 5-6 runs before I finally start implementing it. You would think I'd be faster than that, but no, I'm not. Anyways, level 58, we're doing pretty good. Just now realizing that I have not put the Quick Claw back on. Not that I think it would matter. These Pokemon are generally in the level 30s. We're pretty much double their level by now, so we should hopefully just be able to outspeed everything naturally. But, you know, if there's that one Pokemon we don't outspeed, it would be nice to outspeed it. Alright. Even that Vaporeon, well, Vaporeon's not actually that fast, but that Vaporeon had 54 speed to our 95. Alright, good, good. Alright. You know, there's a lot more grass Pokemon in this generation. You know, I didn't even bother to think of that, but now I'm quite happy that I have both Ice Punch and Psychic for my 2 moves that deal with grass Pokemon. Could have used Surf there. No big deal. I don't actually know what the TM there is, naturally. Some tells me it's probably still Seismic Toss. That would be really funny. That would be just like the Pokemon creators to make that Seismic Toss. What TM? The one right here. Assuming it's still a TM. I would imagine it's still a TM. That would be just like them, though, to do that. Oh, crap. Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. We have a... Oh, darn it. Oh, that's not a TM? Wow. That's surprising. So we have to grab we have to grab the machine part first. Okay. Now we have to do Misty. It's okay, though. We didn't screw anything up. There's no grass patches to go through or anything, you know, any extra battles. These guys aren't coming back to fight, like re-battle me. It's fine. Now Misty's out here with her boyfriend. No big deal. And voila, guys. We have performed the skip. The skip. I have done it. I have successfully pulled off the teleport skip. You can congratulate me. Thank you. I accept all of your congratulations. They were well worth it. We are probably trying to fight, was it Lugia and Heracross right now for, you know, on the leaderboard. Plus, Seismic Toss isn't a Gen 2 cheater. I know, I am a cheater. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, you can only deal with the tools the game gives you. And, you know, the game gave me teleport. So, you know, I had to use it to my advantage. You know? That's alright. Quagsire. Psychic on Lapras. Oh! Okay. You know, I was thinking, oh no, what if I got frozen? And then I'm like, wait, but this is Gen 2. Gen 2, it's like 4 or 5 turns, but it's a whole heck of a lot better than wait. Oh yeah, I already gave the machine part. So we are good. Just need to go pick up certain thing over here. Oh, hold on. While we're here, just in case I decide that I want to teach Psychic back for some reason, I don't foresee any way whatsoever that I could possibly teach over Psychic, but it is there and it's some tool I can use. So, might as well. It's only like 5 seconds out of the way. All right, Magnemite, perfect. And another Magnemite. Okay, so now we can finally pick up that EXPN card, and once we have the EXPN card, we can head over to the Snorlax. Once we head over to Snorlax, wait, did he give it to me? Did he? Oh yeah, he did. Okay. There we go. Oh, hold on. Let's heal and let's do Surge first. So that way we don't get to red and be like, oh no. Or, no, I mean, sorry, not red. We get to Oak and be like, oh no, Surge. How did I forget Surge? And because Surge is a very forgettable guy. Oh, it's actually Pikachu, which we outspeed by a lot. That's awesome. There's no chance we're going to outspeed any of Surge's Pokemon because, he literally has the fastest Pokemon in the entire game. Luckily, our defense stat is relatively okay. It's not the best compared to, okay, perfect. I was definitely scared there. It's definitely not the best, but it's good enough. But wow, we got a Quick Claw activation there. I was like, how in the world did we outspeed Electabuzz? We got Quick Claw. That's what happened. Perfect. We literally swept him. That's awesome. I literally could not have ever imagined that. No! Did I not return the part? But why did I fly back? I hate myself. Why? Why did I not return the part? I returned the part. I had to have returned. Did I return to... What? Whatever. It's whatever. Oh, this guy. Wow. You're not making my day any better. I don't need your XP. Just get out of here with your Gravelers. They're not even that good looking shiny. Oh my god. I performed the skip and everything. Did I not? Did I do it at the wrong time? Was I just that dumb? I could have sworn I gave him the part. Did I? Whatever. It's too late. We're just gonna waste the minute checking. No, we didn't pick it up. Are you kidding me? We didn't pick up the part itself. Oh my god. So I performed the skip. I did not pick up the machine part itself. Wow. There's no words to describe how embarrassing that is. And that's going to be like a 2-minute loss. Ouch. I performed the skip properly without the machine part. That's a big egg on my face. I was just bragging about myself, too. Oh, boy. You have to perform these extraordinary acts of stupidity to learn what not to do in the future, we checked the Cerulean Gym at 1:38, so we just lost 30 seconds between here and the gym. So it took 30 seconds for us to check the last time to realize we didn't have the machine part. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it's probably a whole minute, 2 minutes after talking to this guy that we just lost. 2 minutes. All right. It's all right. It'll all be worth it now that we have the leftovers. Oh my god. I'm also starting to wonder if when I'm battling on my way to battling Erica, if I should just pick up the leftovers. Because I just realized that teaching the moves to my other HM Pokemon might actually just straight up be slower than depositing the Pokemon and teaching the move. Or sorry, I just said that wrong. I realized that. All right, hold on. That just grabbing it from that can is and equipping it is probably just straight up faster than teaching the moves, depositing the Pokemon ahead of time, even if it is Pokemon I already have. Whatever. The sad thing is, I feel like other than 2 battles, this run has been very smooth. It's just all the, longer battles, thanks to going second, is, the problem of this Pokemon. And that's just one of the things that's going to hold it back. Even if we first try Red, we are already to the point where we will most likely be 3rd to last on the Gen 2 leaderboard. Which is sad because, the game wasn't particularly hard. Even the battles that, took a while, because of resets, weren't that hard. And then you have those one-off losses. Like, Lance. Oh, wow, I just skipped 3 drill twice. Congratulations to me for skipping 3 drill. I think that was a max potion right there. All right, well, can't skip them all. All right, so far so good. Yeah, I feel like this XP isn't even that worth it. If you take a look, we're not going up by levels very quickly at all. Also, don't know why I just went in there with Oak for a second. Oak was going to be like, hey, fool, you still need 2 more badges. Come back later. I see a new comment. Just give me a second. I have to talk to Blue, pick up a rare candy, and then challenge Blaine so I can use 3 surfs. So give me a moment. I'll read your comment. Just a second. Did my max repel run out? Well, I hope it didn't. Anyways, hello. I would want to do a shiny hunt on my computer. Well, good luck with that. If you haven't already noticed, the trainer Pokemon on this game are edited, so all their DVs are equivalent to shiny Pokemon, because in Gen 2, shiny Pokemon are entirely based off of DVs. So, that's how I'm able to do it. And it's really awesome, and I understand a lot of people are like, well, that's really cheap. Why would you do something like that? And it's simply because, I just like the look of them. I like seeing the shinies. It makes the run more interesting to watch. So it's like, I'm not doing it for the sake of shinies. I know shinies are supposed to be hard, but sometimes you just want to take a look at some shinies, Alright, well, everything should be outsped now that we've gotten past Crobat. Oh, Steve, you need to do a Gen 2 run where your channel name or a stream with that title is Skips to Lose Time. Oh, that's funny. That's real funny. Skips to hopefully gain time until you perform them wrong. Anyways, we now have all of the gym badges except for this one. The whole reason for keeping Shadow Ball on my moveset the whole run. To be fair, there's nothing to replace Shadow Ball with. The only other move that's any good that Slowbro learns that's special, I don't believe it learns one, actually. I think we're using all of the special moves. So, you know, if it learned more special moves, that would be fantastic. Unless you guys can think of something. I can't think of something. I wonder how to trade on computer. Oh, actually, trading on computer is not that difficult. Well, I shouldn't say it's not that difficult. It still requires a little bit of know-how, but my brother did show me how to do it at some point. It requires you to have 2 emulators. I don't know if they have to be the same emulator, but 2 instances of the emulator, which I'm fairly confident is possible. And then there's a setting, like at the top middle hand portion. Like if you're using Visual Boy Advance, there is an online setting you could just straight flip on. And then if you go to you know, one of the trade rooms, it just works like you had a link cable. It's literally mind-boggling, like how cool that is. All right, first of all, we gotta make sure we talk to Oak. I know I probably missed a handful of rare candies, but the rare candies that I don't end up picking up are generally the rare candies that are a little bit more out of the way. But yeah, so I don't know if you need to pick up 2 emulators or if you can run 2 instances of an emulator, but like for instance, like you could run Game Bat and Visual Boy Advance, or maybe 2 instances of Visual Boy Advance. I honestly don't remember exactly how the thing works, but I do know it's very possible and actually very easy once you do get it set up. I've seen it firsthand. Like you would think, like for instance, you would think, oh, you need to flip on a setting, and then it'd be like connecting, connecting, You would think it would be like that, but it really is simple as like you're just there. Like it's just straight connected. It's really awesome. It just works immediately, and it's freaking awesome. All right, and look, I performed a skip, guys. Are you proud of me? I performed a skip correctly. I performed the Abra Rare Candy skip. I have just now realized that I have done something that will make you guys not proud of me. I have forgotten to pick up Curse. So, fingers crossed, we just win. Are you kidding me? I watched the whole entire 8-minute of video trading on a computer, but if I can get it right, first Pokemon is Scizor. Nice, nice. Scizor is awesome. I've done multiple Scizor runs, and if you can manage fire types, then it's a really good Pokemon. And by manage fire types, I mean just like try and, you know, avoid them or outspeed them. Just somehow manage to get past the psychic types. All right. If you guys were wondering, I was trying to freeze the Snorlax. Clearly, freezing was not the right play. Yes. So let's go ahead and leftovers is not going to help because I'm not going to outspeed. I probably should consider using 1 rare candy, so that way I am past a damage rounding threshold. We'll try this again, then we'll try 5 more rare candies. Fingers crossed, you know, it just works. Ooh, we got hit by Charm, which is useless. Now we're not going to use Shadow Ball on Espeon because Shadow Ball is going to do less damage overall because we've been hit by Charm. No biggie. Our special did not drop, that's good. So we're still making good progress. We can use Psychic here because it's basically the same as Surf, but we have a chance for a special drop, which, you know, looks like we'll desperately need. All right, at this point, we need a freeze. So come on, freeze, please. Paralyzed. All right. You know what? Rest. We will go 5 levels higher. No. We'll just teach Rest immediately. Rest. Shadow Ball is useless. I was gonna teach Return, but I think Rest is gonna end up being a lot better than Return here. Because right now, our big problem is mostly with the Snorlax. And if we get hit by Charm, that's actually ideal to be hit. Oh, we got hit by a special defense drop. That sucks. But yeah, so fingers crossed. Psychic for the special drop. Nope, it used Amnesia. Great. Now special drop would be useless, so we're going for Ice Punch for the freeze. We got the paralysis. We'll go with rest, because we were gonna certainly get knocked out right there. Okay, that was a lot of damage. And it used rest. Now I can't freeze it. Houston, we have a problem. And it has sleep talk. Or snore, my bad. You know, oh, we did get a special drop there. Unfortunately, it used, all right, well, let's just reset. There's nothing I can do. All right, 5 more levels. Come on. I saw the writing on the wall. The Snorlax was just getting stronger and stronger, and there was nothing I could do about it. Eventually we'll get the freeze on Snorlax, or the early special drop. Pikachu got a miss, so we actually didn't have our attack drop, which, you know, was useless, but, you know, it's something. You know, we outspeed the Snorlax, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and Psychic for the special drop. It used Amnesia. All right, well, now we want to Ice Punch to get that freeze. Yes, we got the freeze. Perfect. All right, come on, Psychic. Oh, that is so low. It is probably going to wake up and use us. It's going to use rest, isn't it? Oh, we got past it. We got past it. All right. All right. Now it's just Psychic. All right, perfect. Oh, it lived. It lived. Owie. Yes. I don't want to chance this. We're slower. So we're slower than Blastoise. I was assuming that Blizzard was going to hit me. So because we're slower, I have to make sure I think one turn ahead. And one turn ahead would essentially mean that I need to use rest immediately because I wouldn't survive a second attack. Looks like my suspicion was right. And now it's just Charizard, which, I mean, Charizard can't do anything to us. So it's probably a 2-shot, and it wasn't. Perfect. We did it, guys. And we didn't even have to use the cheating moveset. Oh. Yeah, I did see that Sunny Day was up. But, you know, you still had to set up Sunny Day for Solar Beam, I think. So, you know, it wipes itself out, essentially. Still 2 turns. It just happens to mean if I don't take down it with that second turn, it was going to absolutely wreck me. So, moral of the story, I guess, is that you got to get the freeze on Snorlax and it needs to last a few turns. Or you get a first turn special drop and it uses Body Slam without paralyzing you. Those 2 options would have probably have made it so much easier. But Amnesia makes it hard, and Rest makes it hard. Oh, anyways, I forgot to go to my thing here. 6:55. It was probably 6:53 or whatever. It's fine. When I put up the timer, I usually go to the you have defeated red screen, so it's not a big deal. Let's see. Let's take a look at my leaderboard on my other monitor. I'll just pull it up in a moment. I have updated the leaderboard. I think I've already showed you guys that I updated the leaderboard. Oh, yeah, the leaderboard is already up there. So, 151 with 12 resets. Let's take a look. 151 with 12 resets puts us slightly behind Tyranitar, which is pretty good considering we defeated the Elite Four at like 140. So, 13 minutes to get through Kanto, I'll take that. Unless it wasn't 140. I think it was 137 actually, but yeah. I'm pretty happy about that. I'm fairly happy about how the run went. It was really smooth. The only thing that really screwed us over was the speed, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's one of the slowest Pokemon in the game. It has 30 speed, you can see over there. So, it didn't have any debilitating weaknesses, like Heracross with its 4 times weakness to fighting moves, and opponents that apparently cannot miss a dynamic punch to save their life, wink, wink, Chuck, or Tyranitar, also with a 4 times weakness to fighting moves, where apparently Chuck can't miss 3. Well, that one's Tyranitar's fault. When it came to the Chuck battle with Tyranitar, I had to use Outrage, and I had to not only defeat Chuck using Outrage, which is a 3-hit on, I think, the Poliwrath. It confuses itself, so I had to make sure that Chuck missed Dynamic Punch 3 times, which, you know, is somewhat likely, and also me not hit myself 3 times. So, you know, it happens. But, you know, it was fun. It was quick. You know, it had all the moves, just not all the stats, but, you know, it was fun. I like Slowking. I think Slowbro would do slightly worse because of the flip between defense and special. We never actually ended up getting hit by an explosion or a self-destruct, which is probably the only thing that Slowbro would be better at. So, definitely means that, you know, Slowking is just slightly better in every way, thanks to its weaknesses being covered up a little bit by the higher special defense. But yeah, it was fun. It was quick-ish, you know, smooth. It definitely wasn't, it didn't feel like I was ever out of it. You know, sometimes you definitely feel like you're out of it. Tyranitar, Heracross, Butterfree. But anyways, have a nice night, guys. I appreciate it very much. I will be back on again Monday. I was wondering if I was going to start doing the Gen 2 randomizer runs, but I just realized I just did a Gen 2 regular run right now. So keep an eye out on the Sunday stream or schedule. I am adding an extra stream and an extra poll every week. And now I'm doing one of everything. So I'm doing one regular Gen 1 run, one regular Gen 2 run, of course all shinies, and then one randomizer Gen 1 run and one randomizer Gen 2 run. So I will have a little bit of everything. If you're a Gen 1 fan, I've got that. And if you're a Gen 2 fan, I got that. If you like randomizers, or if you just like me, you know, it's more content. So have a nice night, guys.